Welcome to another interview with the Vocero Hispano. The Broadway Grand Rapids has presented numerous musicals, some that have been awarded one of the best in the nation or over the country. Some of them have been Mean Girls, they have presented Tootsie, Hairspray, and Hamilton, along with others. To speak about this and other upcoming shows that are going to be presented this season, I have Jennifer Pascua here. She is the marketing director of Broadway Grand Rapids. Thank you so much for being here.
Well, thanks for having me. This is really exciting.
Yeah, we're super excited to have you here and kind of make that connection with the Hispanic community and just let them learn a little bit more about Broadway Grand Rapids itself.
Yeah, well, fire away. Ask me all the questions.
Yeah, so before diving into Broadway Grand Rapids itself, I just wanted to ask you, just received this new position with that organization. What has been your experience before that?
So I got on the Broadway Grand Rapids staff because previously I was a board member. And so that was my I guess, official entry into the world of Broadway. But prior to that, I worked for the local news station WZZM for 13 years. So I had the pleasure of being able to interview a lot of the cast members, preview some of the shows, and really get a taste of what Broadway Grand Rapids was all about. But that was on the other side of things, you know. In the role that I have now, one of the things that I really want to be able to do is to let everyone know they are welcomed here. They do have a seat in the theater if they want to come, and really kind of remind people what's in their own backyards. They don't have to drive to Chicago. They don't have to drive to Detroit because we are bringing premier touring Broadway shows to the area.
Okay, that's all great. That looks like you've already made a connection before, so just being there now, I assume that you're going to be making greater things happen in Broadway.
We hope so. I mean, that's one of the things that we really want to do, have the Broadway idea that you can come to this show be available to everyone. And so we have a lot of different programming that we're trying to utilize right now, and one of that being which is called Broadway Arts Access. And so we are trying to get into the communities, remind people that Broadway is here and that we're going to be here for a while and hopefully for a really long time. And we can only do that with the support of the community and making sure that everyone gets a taste of this beautiful performing arts.
Yeah, for sure. What has been one of the main goals that you have so far within Broadway Grand Rapids?
One of the main goals, I think, is to be able to provide a ticket to those who may not be able to afford it financially, and also just to kind of bring the idea that there could be opportunities, whether it be through community connections or in careers, that people, everyone really could get involved.
You mentioned the tickets, and I know that you guys offer something that's called rush tickets.
Yeah.
How would you describe those specific tickets?
Well, we all know that Broadway tickets, you know, for some is a luxury, and not everybody can afford a ticket to go. So we try our best to work with shows that offer opportunities to provide discounted tickets. And the rush tickets, depending upon the show, can range from anywhere from $20 to, you know, $40. And so when you have an opportunity like that, especially for students, educators, sometimes veterans, it all depends on the show. You can come to the box office 1 hour before showtime and get some of those tickets by just bringing your school ID or your you know, any ID that proves that you are who you say you are.
Okay, I think that's a great opportunity for those that can't really afford it or that do want to go, they just don't have the chance to buy tickets. They can get a great deal.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And now that we're in this season, what are some of the newest shows or the upcoming shows that you guys are presenting?
Yeah, well, we have November 8th is Come From Away. And I don't know, are you familiar with the Come From Away storyline?
I read a little bit about it, but just so the community can know a little bit more about it.
Yeah, so it's a beautiful story. It's a true story of when 9/11 happened. And we all recall what happened in that time frame from airplanes that were coming from internationally. Some of them were rerouted. And this particular story focuses on one of the planes that was rerouted to Canada and how 7,000 passengers had to find some safe haven in that time frame when we didn't know what was going on. And so this small community of about the same amount of people welcomed people into their homes, provided food, shelter, and really built a sense of community. And I think what we also have to remember in that time frame, there were a lot of stereotypes, you know, a lot of you know, things that were happening in the world where the trust between each other was really tested. And this story really provides a sense of hope and humanity. And it showcases that even though we are all so significantly different, whether it be your religious background, your sexual orientation, you know, that at the end of the day, when something terrible happens, we can all still help each other despite our differences.
Okay, it sounds like a great story. I think it
It
shows
is.
a different perspective of what was
Yeah.
happening that day. And I've also noticed that you've gone around with a fish cod.
I know. So we are going around West Michigan with a cod. And so the storyline within the musical is that there's one moment in time where everybody is in this bar and enjoying their time together just to find some relief in that time of turmoil, right? And it's a moment in time when everyone is asked to kiss the cod because in that area of Canada, cod's very popular. It's kind of like a breaking you in and welcoming you to the community. So that's what we're going to try to do too, is we're going to try to get everyone to kiss the cod and share that on social media.
Okay, and they might see us there kissing the cod as well.
Absolutely. You did a great job kissing the cod.
Yes. So you mentioned some of your goals that you have connecting with the community and all of that. So what do you think, or what would be the best way for the community to connect with Broadway Grand Rapids?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're welcome to go to our website first, broadwaygrandrapids.com. I would suggest kind of just understanding what it is that we do and what we can provide. And then, feel free to email me as well. It's jpasqua@bwaygr.org. Happy to talk to you, come out and maybe have a cup of coffee, learn about what it is that you may or may not know about Broadway, and share some opportunities that could be available to, either students, families. That's another thing that we're really focused on, is not just giving an opportunity for a child, but if your child is coming, well, I'm sure mom and dad or, aunt, uncle, whoever the case may be, would want to come too. And so a lot of different ways where you can get it connected.
Yeah, for sure. And what can you tell the people that are considering going or have not gone? They're thinking about it, but they're not sure. What can you tell those people?
If you have never been to a Broadway show and felt the power of a live performance, the musicality, the acting, and even the choreography, there is so much joy that you get in sitting in those seats. And I think that if you at least experience it one time, you're going to take away something really beautiful out of that, and hopefully share it with your friends and family so that you can all come back together. And we are working really hard to bring more shows that are very diverse to West Michigan. Next year is our 35th anniversary, and so we're finding out what shows are really touring right now, and taking a real close look at how we want to be able to highlight all of the different communities within West Michigan on stage.
Yeah, and I think that's true. Just speaking from personal experience, I think I went to a Broadway show when I was a child.
Yeah.
And I just recently went to go see Hairspray, I believe. And yeah, I took some stuff away from it. I kind of want to go back, and it's just a different experience. So I definitely do recommend it for those that are interested in going.
Yeah, and I think that as you watch it as a child, when you watch it when you're older, and even older than that, I think that you're going to get so many different, perspectives in being able to see one show.
Yeah. So is there anything else that you would like the community to know about? Maybe some other upcoming shows or anything?
Well, one thing I also would like to invite the community to consider is maybe even volunteering. We'd love to have some Spanish-speaking volunteers at some of the shows. And if you, again, want to know more, maybe you have a suggestion of what you think would make it better to be able to make it more accessible for you to show up to a show, please let me know. I'm happy to converse about that and learn more about what's important to the Hispanic community.
Okay, sounds good. We appreciate your time, and thank you for coming here and just abruptly coming to this interview. We're very excited to have you here and welcome you to El Vocero Studio. So thank you for being
We're
here.
very grateful for your partnership as well. So thank you.
Yeah, and if anybody is interested in kissing the cod, just make sure to visit Jennifer. Yes, for more information on shows or any tickets to purchase, you can visit broadwaygrandrapids.com. You can visit their Facebook page at Broadway Grand Rapids as well, or you can call 616-235-6285 for more information. For more interviews in English and Spanish, you can visit El Vocero Hispano on Facebook, El Vocero Hispano TV on YouTube, and elvocerous.com on our website.